We mentioned we're going to get you the latest with regard to the results that are coming in. Let's take you now live to the National Results Operations Centre, the NROC as we like to call it. It's where we find my colleague Desiree Chauke live on the floor of the NROC. Hey Dee, what's happening there?
Good morning, Blaine, and a good morning to our viewers as well. You're correct. We're on the floor, and the latest indication is that 77.52% of the vote has been captured, and we're joined now by the national spokesperson of the African National Congress, Pule Mabe. Thank you so much for making the time. There's a clearer picture now in terms of where it's all going. What's the response from the African National Congress?
Well, we're feeling positive about the results as they've been posted on the scoreboard. It indeed shows that people still have confidence in the African National Congress. You will know, Desiree, that some of the bigger VDs haven't been counted as yet, especially in KwaZulu-Natal, in the Free State, in Gauteng. We're also hoping that as those results start trickling in, we'll also see an increase on our numbers on the scoreboard.
But the indication is that in Gauteng you now remain stagnant, just above 51%, and there is no showing of any movement upwards. Does that concern you?
Well, just especially in Gauteng, we are still waiting to see what will happen, especially when you start bringing in your Ekurhuleni, Johannesburg and Tshwane, because the metros are big. So immediately you start depositing the numbers of the metros, you are going to see a significant rise.
So until 5 p.m. this afternoon is time for complaints and objections, and the smaller parties have already voiced out their complaints and their objections. What's coming from the African National Congress?
Well, we are part of the PLC, which is a multi-party platform that allows all the political parties that are participating in these elections to be able to file and register their own concerns. But also the PLC is an important platform to get update on how the IEC is managing all of the issues that could have been raised. Desiree, I think I must also state that throughout all the different VDs, we also had party agents, so that we are able to understand the challenges or issues that our people would have been experiencing on the ground, deposit those through the PLC process, and be able to mitigate and attend to those on time. So we have been having a machinery on the ground that has been allowing us to be able to understand some of these things. And of course, we're expecting that after 10 o'clock this morning, when our representatives in the PLC will have come out of that briefing, we'll be able to get a better sense of how some of the issues that were ventilated upon are being addressed.
Also at 10 o'clock this morning, your party president is supposedly coming through to the ROC floor here where we are. Can we confirm that?
Well, Desiree, there could be some change on the timing. As soon as there are those confirmations, we will be able, because all media houses are here on the floor, we'll be able to brief you.
What are your interactions with the IEC in relation to the audit process that's currently underway?
Like I've said, we are engaging with the IEC audit process through the PLC. We have deployed, all political parties have got 2 representatives in the PLC. We also have those representatives ourselves. So the work that they do also include, one, getting feedback on the audit process, and also being able to understand how the different issues that were raised are being addressed. So the comrades that will be deployed there are able individuals. They've been involved in the process for years and years. They understand exactly what needs to happen.
And how are those comrades interacting with the other comrades who are feeling that they are not given recognition just because of by the justification of their size, that they're smaller?
Well, the fact that they all sit in the PLC and have got the same equal representation, I wouldn't want to venture into that space. But the understanding I have is that all of these political parties that are participating in these elections have got representatives in the PLC. So now that PLC is an important platform to be able to voice out whatever issues that have got to do with this electoral process.
So no confirmation from you at the moment whether the president will be here or not?
Like I've said, as soon as we have clarified the scheduling, we'll be able to communicate.
Pule Mabe is the national spokesperson of the African National Congress. We're going to hand it over to Joburg, where Blaine is standing by.